So good afternoon, and you're really welcome to IB Ireland's Digital Trust Forum. We've got a really packed agenda, and we're delighted to have presenters from Europe, from overseas in the United Kingdom, from the United States, also, and of course, from our own market, from here in Ireland. Just so housekeeping, all of you will be very familiar with the webinar format, and as attendees, your cameras will be turned off and you will be on mute. However, we absolutely welcome your active engagement, your comments and your questions. So please do use the chat function and also the Q&A panel. Our presenters will do their very best to answer the questions during the session, and any unanswered will be dealt with afterwards. Today is all about transparency and trust. So it really is very timely for us in IB Ireland to give you an update on our IB Gold Standard. This was introduced in Ireland by IB Ireland in February, and it addresses four key pillars. Firstly, ad fraud, using standards from TechLab. Brand safety, using TAG global standards. User experience, using the Coalition for Better Ad standards. And then finally, assisting with compliance in relation to the GDPR, using the Transparency and Consent Framework. And I'm very pleased to say that this standard from the get-go, from its launch in February, has been very much taken to the heart of our industry. It has been, we've had registrations from the beginning from publishers, from platforms, from agencies, and from ad tech. All of these companies signing up to be certified to these standards. And today I can give you an update on certified companies already in our market. And they include Core from the agency world, DMG from publishing, Facebook, Google, also News Ireland from the publishing world, and hot off the press, today we're announcing that Reach PLC has achieved gold standard certification. And then in terms of the traction across our industry, which I already mentioned has been really considerable, registered companies who are in the final processes now of certifying include from the agency world, Dentsu and Group M, Havas, and then as publishers, Media House, IPG, Media Brands Agency, OMG, Pact House Publishing Group, Quantcast from the ad tech world, the Irish Times, and Yahoo. And we'll be updating you on their certifications shortly. A very important aspect of the gold standard is the role of brands in terms of brand supporters. And these are leaders who basically advocate for the gold standard adoption and also seek to ensure that their partners are gold standard compliant. So from the get-go, Aer Lingus, AIB, and An Post, and Lea Healthcare, and also Vodafone provided leadership and took on the role as brand supporters of gold standard. And today I can also announce that Nissan has also adopted this role. So we're really pleased with to share that news with you today. And again, we'll be updating on that throughout. And there'll be more information and discussion in terms of the gold standard. And you will find information in the chat about links to the gold standard as well. So please do look that up and come back to us about it. Finally, the other resource I wanted to draw your attention to this morning is a really important paper produced by IAB Europe by Dr. Daniel Knapp, who is their chief economist. It addresses the important subject of targeted advertising and really demystifies what targeted advertising is, its function in terms of serving relevant ads to communities of people who share interests. And it highlights its significance in terms of our industry, but broader than that, it shows its role in terms of helping SMEs to grow and thrive in Ireland and across Europe. Also, its very important role in terms of ensuring that our publishing and media industry thrives and is sustainable going forward in Europe and indeed in Ireland. Similarly, it also provides a function in terms of bringing to the attention of users new startups and assisting their growth. And finally, its role in terms of actually highlighting specific cultural and niche product producers in terms of crafts and services in Europe. So I would urge you to, again, this information is in our chat functionality, to read this paper, to share it widely, internally and externally, because it really does provide a very comprehensive education on what this important form of advertising is and how important it is the sustainability of our industry, but broader than that, sustainability of the economy of Europe. It's really time now to get the show on the road, and we're delighted to kick off today's session with our newest member, TikTok. And I'm delighted to invite Jade Nestor, Head of Data, Public Policy Europe TikTok, to get the show on the road for our forum this afternoon. Over to you now, Jade.